Creeper here. So today we're going to be covering one of the worst views I have ever seen in my entire life.
Yo, if you guys are excited for Across the Spider-Verse, I'm just going to tell you to be cautious. What was that?
That would be Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Oh my god, I saw it with some of my boys and we were just laughing at this movie the whole time. This was so bad. First of all, that ending, like it being a first part, like Infinity, for example, like that's a part one, but it had a fitting ending to be its own movie. This did not feel like a movie. It felt like a bunch of filler.
You just acknowledged why it doesn't have a traditional ending. It's because it's a first-parter to a two-parter. So that's why it ends with a cliffhanger instead of a traditional ending, obviously.
Like, oh my god. Like, I literally just got home and I couldn't wait to just light this up. Like, this was not a good movie at all. Like, here's Into the Spider-Verse, here's Across the Spider-Verse. Like, this movie, I'm rating this a 3 out of 10. Like, it was a bad movie in my opinion.
Personally, I disagree. I currently have it equal to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so it's on my top Spider-Man film ever. But that might change depending on how Beyond the Spider-Verse goes.
Like, the first one, I heard some people say the first one's woke, and I laugh at them. I don't think the first one's woke at all. It's just different, obviously. Like, it's not Peter Parker, it's Miles Morales. You have Gwen and stuff. Like, that's not woke. This movie felt like it was trying to have representation and diversity more than have good writing and be an actual movie itself. Like, it's actually crazy.
Now he's just complaining that there are too many people of color within his movie. Because there's the antagonist who's half Latino, half white, there's 2 more black people, and there's 1 more brown person, that's why. And why is that bad in the first place? He never provides a reason why it's bad, and I don't believe it's bad, so why is it bad? Not to mention there are around 300 spider people / spider things. There's a bunch of different crap in there. So like, a handful of them are people of color, and that's supposed to be surprising. I don't get why that's weird. I don't get why that's a bad thing at all.
Like again, sorry, my hair looks like shit, hold on. Like, me and my friend were actually laughing at the forced diversity in this. Like, they go to India, there's like an Indian Spider-Man. I know it sounds weird coming out of my mouth. I'm a white dude and people get mad and like they're sensitive, whatever.
He's calling people sensitive while complaining that there are too many people of color within his movie that he's watching.
This movie had like 3 white people, dude.
There are probably way more white people. They are just having their face covered because, you know, Spider-Man doesn't really show his face.
Like it's actually crazy. Like, it's literally like they were just checking off the check boxes as they went along.
Or maybe people just wanted to create characters, and those characters happen to be people of color. Not to mention, it's not like they actually made these characters. They're already from established comic books.
You had that one British black Spider-Man. I forget his name already. Hopi, I think. Yeah. You got Hopi. He comes out of nowhere. He takes off his mask. I'm like, oh my god. Like, what is going on?
So you were shocked that there was a black person in a movie. Yeah, that says way more about you than anything else.
And then he's talking about how he, like, hates fascism. Dude, they made, like, 10 political comments throughout the movie. Like, this is a Spider-Man movie, bro.
Ah, yes. Fighting fascism is just so bad. Also, he's Spider-Punk, so obviously he's anti-establishment.
You know people are gonna go to Twitter and, like, be like, oh, I can't believe this did that. Like, it seemed like it was trying to spark controversy instead of being a good movie. Like, it's just wild. The comedy did not hit. I was actually laughing at how bad some of the jokes were. Like, this movie literally felt like filler, as I said. I know it's a first part, but it doesn't even feel like it deserved to be a first part. Like, there was like 10 moments where I was like, okay, the movie can end here. Is it going to end? And then just kept going. I thought the pacing was horrible. We didn't even see Miles. We didn't even see Miles for like 20 minutes. And then we didn't even see some like good Spider-Man action until like an hour. We saw like Miles' family life for a long time. Like, I thought the pacing was not good.
It's not bad for a movie not to immediately start off with action and focus on character development before it gets into action. Not to mention, it actually did start off with action, and you're complaining about that action because it's a woman probably doing it. That's the vibe you give off, at least. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do consider liking and subscribing. Creeper out.
Socialism is when the government does stuff. And it's more socialism, the more stuff it does. And if it does a real lot of stuff, it's communism.